what happened to setting people up?
What is your ideal situation upon being set up?
Okay, so here's the thing. Is ideal state, okay, because I'm not on the apps, right? I'm not on the apps. I don't intend to be on the apps. I'm not outside. I don't intend to, well, I could be better about being inside, but right now I don't intend to be outside. And so, like, I think the only, and I work in a female-dominated industry, and I'm straight. So,
Yikes.
all the things are bad. So, I think that, like, ideal state, right? Like, the only way that I can meet someone at this point is if I'm set up. And in an ideal world, it's not like somebody who's just setting me up to set me up. It's thoughtful, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like someone who...
This person that has been around in this other person's life for so long, and they know you so well, and they know this other person so well.
And then they're like...
They're having multiple parallels and multiple reasons as to why the two of you should be together.
They're not just like, oh, this friend's single and this friend's
alone.
single. Like, let's just... I want it to be thoughtful. Like, oh, like... My friend Erin has, like, all of these traits, and she's looking for someone like this. And, oh my god, wait, my friend so-and-so kind of is like that. Like, I wonder if they would gel. And then gel. Jellyfish. And so they, like, set me up. They're like, oh, you guys should meet. Or they, like, invite us both to a party, and they have the intentions of introducing us. You know? Mm-hmm. That would be the ideal state. Because I don't think that's happening anymore. Societally.
I don't think that's ever
happened. Used to really... No, because that used to be how people met.
Well, I know, okay, but I just don't think that's happened since, like, the 80s.
Okay, sure. I mean, probably not. I'm just thinking, like, things used to be simple, right? Because now the world is too accessible. The world is too accessible. It used to be that you lived in your town, and you most likely stayed in your town, or you traveled a little bit outside of your town. And so your options were the people who were around you, and your expectations were the people who were around you, yes?
You know what I also realized upon that?
What?
Since everybody was, like, from the same town,
mm-hmm.
and, like, you couldn't really leave that town,
mm-hmm.
there's a greater chance that everybody within that town mm-hmm. has, like, common interests.
Exactly.
And common, like, ground.
Same values.
Common morale. So it's easier to,
same timeline.
Meet the people that you have commonalities with. Because
yes.
all those people in that town are the fucking same.
Yeah. Exactly.
But now we're all so different because we all have such different philosophies, like, because we're all
mm-hmm.
plugged into this world, like, all these worldly
and we have all
things
this
happening
access
in
to
there.
How different people are operating.
Information. You're so right.
It's not the same. It's not the same as it used to be. And so, like, it was pretty easy to be set up with someone because it'd be like, my grandparents, for instance, it was like, oh, like, this girl goes to my church and she's really nice, and my friend Larry, he's really nice. Like, we should all go do putt-putt together. And so they went and did putt-putt together, and it was like, oh, he's nice and she's nice. And then it was like, perfect, we love each other.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
There wasn't so many complications. There wasn't so many desires, too.
No.
Like,
and there's, like, not so much to
compare. Desire was, like, companionship.
And I'm sure, like, there's obviously still going to be people, like, in a small town that you're not going to vibe with and that you're not going to be compatible with. It's not to say that it's, like,
everybody's
that easy.
Rah-rah.
But I also, like, I believe in multiple soulmates. I don't think that, like, there's one person out in the universe and you're going to have to, like, hope that you fall into their lap at some point because you're on the cruise together at the same time and you both boarded the ship at 2:37 p.m. You know, like, I don't think that that's the case. Like, I think that you could really, as long as your values were aligned and you were attracted to each other, I think that, like, any relationship could hypothetically work. The only reason that's not happening today is because people are always assuming that there's more out there.
That's
because
so true.
The world is so accessible that you think that you can chase, like, you're like, well, what if I go here and I can get something there?
That's true. Because there's always going to be the, like, oh, what if there's something better?
Because there's always more.
I know. Because, like,
now I know that
they see
it
online. They see the things that are better online.
And I can get places.
And I fell victim to this, too, because I have, like, I feel like we all feel like that we're tired of surfing for this ideal person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're surfing for them on the internet.
Yeah. It's like a game.
What is that?
Also, like, I fully...
Like shopping on eBay or something. This is, like,
the other reason I'm, like, kind of not on the apps and, like, I do get that they work for some people. The thing about it that I think, like, disturbs me a little bit is that it becomes, like, a game of, like, who's not only who's attractive, but who's like marketing themselves best. Because I think that like anybody could charm me and I could charm anybody if we had an actual conversation that was about something meaningful.
Yeah.
But like somebody who like might initially ignore me on the apps could really like me. But like if they like are looking at me for 3.4 seconds and they're like,
profile,
ew,
on like pixels
as
on the
it,
screen.
and it's a game where you literally just go like this or like this.
Yeah.
Like you could pass things that you want regularly
all the time. Yeah.
Because like it's
just hard to
you're
gauge.
just comparing.
Like the judgment on there is like very difficult.
It's also
to actually
all
find
judgment
truth.
based. Like, oh, so like you wanted to come out with me because you thought I was attractive, and like that's your initial thought about me.
It's true.
Is that you think I'm attractive?
Yeah.
I no offense, but like that's
well, you should be attractive.
I'm like, I mean, I'd be happy for someone to be attracted to me, but like that's it. Like that's the only reason you gave me the time of day.
That was the bait, basically.
That was the first thing.
Yeah.
You thought I was like, I mean, I guess that's kind of how it works in real life too. But still, like,
it just feels so disposable. Also,
it does.
You click a button and you never see
also
that
if you like again. Also if you like go out with that person and you don't like them, you literally are just like, well, delete, never see again.
I know.
It's not like people who used to like go on a date with someone in their hometown and then they'd like go to church with them on Sunday even if they didn't like them. Like it forced people to have like meaningful relationships
after a breakup.
Yeah. Now you can just be like, well, I didn't like this person's vibe, ghost, block their number, never see them again. And I'm like, well, nobody's dealing with conflict either. Nobody's sitting in uncomfortable situations. We're just like putting them away.
Yeah, we're all afraid to talk to each other too.
Yes. Men used to go to war.
Yeah.
People used to go up to people.
They did.
And people don't go up to people anymore.
Don't go up to me.
Well, don't be a freak if you come up to me.
Don't do that, please.
Like,
but if you do, please think about it beforehand.
No, yeah.
And have a plan.
But see, like, before, it probably would be fine for someone weird to come up to you because you'd be more equipped to handle it. Because you'd be more capable of dealing with conflict.
And since it was more common, you wouldn't be freaked out.
Yeah, because you'd be like, oh, people come up to people all the time because they're constantly looking. Now everybody's searching for something and nobody's finding anything because everybody's searching and not actioning. Me included.
Yeah, same.
I'm making eye contact with someone and I'm like, and then I'm walking away and thinking about them for the rest of my life. I'm like, oh, that cute person smiled at me, and I'm going to be thinking about it for the rest of the day. But I'm not going to say anything. But like, we should be saying things.
We should be saying things.
We should be striking up conversations.
Yeah.
Like, if someone smiles at you, like, I guess you would.
Everything is
romantic.
Oh. Everything is fall in love again and again, 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 fall in love. You know what she should do? She should make a Christmas version of Everything is Romantic. Aww. And it should be like, fall in love again and again. It should be like a Christmas carol.
Oh, interesting. You should pitch that to her.
Do you think she would make Christmas music? Because I really want her to.
Imagine like a brat coded Christmas
like not album. For any like religious purpose, just for like
Christmas
fun purposes.
Vibes.
Yeah, like a holiday.
Yeah, I like that.
I
imagine like Jingle Bells and like with in rewind, like with like
sometimes
rewind, and then it was like Jingle Bells but like reversed.
Yeah, like with the bells.
Yeah, the bells reversed.
Yo, Christmas Brat album.
Think about that. Charlie.
Where?
Think about that. Charlie.
Where? Let's knock All I Want for Christmas for You out of the water.
No, I like it.
Okay, anyways, what?
Anyways, I just think that, like, we are incapable these days. And I'm saying we, as in me included. And I would like to do better on this. I think I would like to do a better, and I do think I'm doing this, right? Like, I'm trying to do the thing where I'm, like, trying to make friends with people. I'm, like, I got my friends at the farmer's market now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trying to make my friends at happy because I really like the vibes in the pantry and I really like the vibes of the people who work there and I really want to be friends with them.
Shout out to Mad Happy because I lost my wallet there and then they found my wallet and then they DM'd me and they told me that they had my wallet.
I just love the people at Mad Happy and I'm like trying to like do better at like when I'm in a place where I'm going there regularly and I'm seeing other people who are there regularly. I'm trying to like introduce myself.
Yeah.
And be friendly.
Yeah, you're trying to make yourself known.
I'm trying to like have a community.
Yes. It all comes back to community.
And I think people in LA really struggle with this. I've noticed this because I go on a lot of walks and I go on a lot of hikes, and I try to keep my head up and I try to look at people as I'm walking past them. I would say 90% of people in LA will not make eye contact with you when you're walking past them, even if you're walking right past them. Yeah. They're literally averting eye contact. And I'm like, we are all here together.
I know, we're all here together and united in this lovely little city.
And we're literally not acknowledging that we're not acknowledging that there's other people that exist. It's just weird to me.
It is weird.
It is weird to me. And I know it's because we like live in a scary place and you don't want to like attract the attention of a freak who's not going to leave you alone. But like, what about all the people that could really like be something in your life that you're like averting eye contact with? I just feel like you could make friends anywhere. I'm just a firm believer that you can make friends anywhere. Like,
yeah,
you can make friends in the grocery store line. Like, you should strike up a conversation with people.
Well,
it doesn't always pay off, but sometimes it does.
Yeah, that's true. No, yeah. Like that lady today, the cookbook. She's
so nice. Lady. And then I was like, oh, I'm giving LA because I'm like trying to like eat my dinner and like not talk, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like when I do interact with people and strangers, I feel better. Like I feel good. Like I feel really good when I strike up a conversation with a stranger and it's like a positive experience.
Of course.
Because I'm like, I feel integrated. I feel like I'm physically in my body.
Of course.
Because sometimes I'm like, what am I doing here? No, what's going on?
I know.
Like, where am I?
Guys, where am I?
Like, I'm just going...
Stop talking to me.
A little sim, and I'm like, can I get an ice?
I'm trying to get my things done, and I'm trying to communicate with people on my phone.
Is perfect. Thanks so much. Like, what am I, a robot?
Yeah, I guess so.
You know? I don't want to be like that.
I know, I forgot how to not be a robot.
I know. So I'm trying to be better. That being said, I have another.
Yeah, when people break the spell, like when they say something like that's not in the formula, I'm like, whoa.
I'm shaking out of it.
Yeah,
I'm shaking out of it.
Whoa, thank you for bringing me back down to earth because I'm doing the performance.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally performing as a robot.
Yeah.
As I am supposed to when I'm like going up to a cashier or like and somebody starts cracking a joke. I'm like,
whoa. Like, whoa.
Hi.
Yeah, no, because, you know, like, when a waiter cracks a joke at the table, and, like, if you're, like, not physically in your body, like, listening to it, you're like, haha.
Yeah. No,
and you're, like,
so
not
true.
even, like, laughing
at the joke.
Like,
you don't ask. Also, you don't ask them anything, like...
Right.
You're not interested about what they just said.
I just think, yeah, like, we should be practicing how to speak.
Yeah, we should be showing interest in strangers.
I agree.
Strangers meaning, like, yeah, people...
Just people
where we go.
People in our usual environment.
No, I agree.
It doesn't have to be like stranger on the street, you know?
No, I agree.
If you're in a rush, then obviously
we don't need to like bend over backwards, but like
I'm just trying to
they're
like,
in front of us,
integrated.
Yeah.
In the world in which I operate.
That's so true. That's so true.
Yeah.
I like that motive. What else?
Just the conversation that we had the other day about being single for like a really long time. I know, like, the all comes back to this, but, like, I was being single for a really long time. I said something kind of profound about it.
About what?
I should do it. I should do it without She got the one lit. You said that song "Single for the Summer," and we were talking about how, like, it is single for the summer. I'm single for the summer, but I'm also single beyond that. Like, I've been single forever.
Oh.
And you were talking about, like, it'll happen any day.
Oh.
And then I said, I feel like this could come up more organically.
What? We'll say it more organically.
Okay, can I rewind?
Sometimes I
rewind. We were talking about being single and how we've been single for a really long time and how we've been single forever, and you've been saying like, oh, like, you know, it's like not gonna happen if you don't do anything about it, which I get is like why people are like, get on the apps. Like, if you want to not be single anymore, then you like need to do something about it. Not about it, to do something about it. But then other people are like, okay, like, you don't really have to do something about it because it'll happen when you least expect it.
I've never expected it more than I have not expected it now.
Like, the expectations have never been lower. The expectations have never been less. The expectations
I think I cannot expect it even more than I do now. Like, I've hit a rock.
Even less.
I've hit like a the deepest depth.
I'm not even
I
at
hit the lowest point in the ocean at my expectations.
I'm not even like, oh, it'll happen when I least expect it. I'm now at the it will not happen.
I actually don't think I've ever expected it.
Period.
That part. I actually don't think the expectation even ever allowed itself
What expectation?
to come to fruition.
What do you mean expectation? I've never had that before. And guess what? It still hasn't happened. So what do you mean it'll happen when you least expect it? I'm literally not expecting
It'll
it,
happen
and it
when
hasn't
you least
happened.
expect it. Closed mouths don't get fed.
You never get what you don't ask for.
A question not asked is not answered.
Who let the cat out of the bag?
There's an elephant in the room.
Cat got your tongue?
The dogs are out. See you later, alligator.
Early bird gets the worm.
Snaking around.
What the fuck was that? What does that even mean?
Snaking around. You guys are
around.
snaking around. What are you doing? Stop snaking around.
Like sneaking it.
When life gives you lemons, you make
lemonade.
Orange, you glad the popsicle man was there?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
The Grinch stole Christmas. Cindy Lou Who saved Christmas.
Do you like green eggs and ham?
Sam I am.
Oh, the places you'll go.
Split, splat, splittity, splat.
I'm lost now. I'm lost now.
Just something you would say.
Unfortunately, objectively.
And you're right.
Exactly.
And you're right because...
And I agree.
Well, and you're right because that actually happened. Because it's a fact.
You're so right. You're so right.
I'm gonna shop till I drop. Money grows on trees.
I'm really starting to blink, and I know so many more because I'm using them
Yeah.
constantly. Like, I feel like I'm always using a metaphor or an idiom.
Oh, let me slip right through. Oh, let me slide right through. Oh, pardon me.
Just using, like, colloquial slang. Like, idioms left the building. Like, an idiom hasn't been said in at least one whole minute.
Music is for the soul.
Don't let anybody dull your sparkle. Speaking of don't let anybody dull your sparkle.
Crown, chin up, princess. Your crown is falling.
Oh my god, that's a good one. Something I've been saying recently, in line with chin up, princess, your crown is falling, and don't let anybody dull your sparkle, because I think that there is a certain like species of human that likes those kind of quotes and would have them in cursive calligraphy written on a canvas and put up on their wall. That kind of person, I've recently been calling them millennial derogatory, because I have quite a few millennial friends, and sometimes I'm trying to describe something to them that I find really millennial, but I feel bad saying like, oh, it's like super millennial, because they are millennial, and I'm trying not to offend them, because you know how they be getting really, really offended. So I've been saying, oh, it's this thing, and then I say, there's a term I've been using recently to describe it, and it's millennial derogatory. They still don't really seem to get it, but it's working for me. They're like, derogatory, why?
Like, why would it be derogatory?
And I'm like, millennial derogatory. No offense, but like, millennial derogatory.
They're
like,
missing a layer.
They're just missing some taste.
They're missing a layer. They're missing taste.
It's taste.
Yeah, no, their taste.
You know what it is?
It's not that they have bad taste. They just don't have the taste.
It's exactly, because it's what it is.
It might be bad taste though. In some cases.
Well, sometimes it's bad taste, but I think part of it is just lack of taste. Like, it's like lack of like personal thought.
It's
Because when I think about a millennial, I think about like you've got white couch, beige walls, white frames on everything. Sorry if I'm describing somebody who's listening. White frames on everything. You've got chrome finish on everything. You've got like a floating shelf with like, I feel like I'm describing a lot of people. A floating shelf with like some useless quote on it and like a fake aloe plant. And you're like, look at my decor. And I'm like, what does it say? Where's the personality? That to me, millennial derogatory. Because it's always some quote.
like what?
Like, happiest by the beach.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. And that, you know what? I think that behavior is a result of...
You know, millennials have been done wrong.
Is a
like,
result
let me defend them.
of obviously the media that they consume, because it's very different
Yeah.
than like younger people, like people that are probably a decade younger than them.
Yeah.
This newer age.
Yeah.
Because I think like the way that we see things and like the way that we see art and like architecture and like interior design, etc., like all those things, just like creativity in general. I think, I don't know. There are people more well-rounded than me for sure.
Oh,
but I feel like in this,
I'm like,
in the
taste.
scheme of yeah, well, I'm broke first of all. in like the scheme of things, like I feel like I have perspective on like different aesthetics.
Yeah.
And then I have my own that I particularly favor, but I understand like stuff that's on way the left side of the pendulum and stuff that's like way on like the right side of the scale.
Yeah.
And like there's a map. And I feel like mine is like maybe like over here.
Yeah.
But like theirs is like over here.
Yeah. Right.
And they don't ever see the stuff that's over here.
Yeah.
So they're so far over here
Yeah.
that they don't have this extra layer and understanding for like taste.
Yeah.
I think to understand art, because like I think they act like that because they don't like see some pieces of art in life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have a muted perspective.
Yeah.
But like it's just weird to me because I'm like, and that can't be their fault. Also, like millennials like live through like really awesome pop culture times. So this is what confuses me about like millennial culture as a whole. Is I'm like, you guys like lived through like, you were the last generation to like grow up without the internet, like at your fingertips.
But also maybe they just grew up too and stopped caring.
I don't know, because I know plenty of like people who do have taste who are millennials.
Yeah, that's true.
I just feel like there's like a general millennial taste that I'm like,
where did this come from?
wait, yeah, like where did it? Ray
Because
does.
it's not Arc Digest.
Can I say that?
Who's that?
That stupid ass wonky ceramics things at TJ Maxx that say like salt in that stretched like handwriting font. Like the salt container that says salt.
Yeah.
The tea container that says
stretched
tea. The coffee container that says coffee.
Yeah. That's almost
Toothbrush
that's
holder.
like almost giving 40-year-old woman though, with the Hanson's Beach House.
It's kind of looped in. Well, isn't 40 like I guess 40's
Is
Gen
that
X?
millennial?
But like it's like kind of like elder millennial.
Yeah.
Elder
That's
millennial
true.
Gen X
That's
crossover.
true. Yeah. That's true. I forgot that millennials aren't.
Let me not be a hater, but like sometimes I just wonder, you know? Sometimes I just wonder. Because that to me is like, it's, I guess technically you do have a taste, you're just, your taste is just bad.
Yeah.
I can't claim that I have great taste. Like
I
also am broke. Like I'm also broke. Like some of these things like are the consequences of not having money. But I know for a fact that there was a period of time in which I did not have taste because I didn't have perspective.
When do you think your taste is going to plateau?
I think my taste is plateauing right now.
So now, follow-up question. You think your taste is plateauing right now? What I also mean is that, like, since your taste is plateauing, do you think you are going to be the person that doesn't have taste to younger people when you get older?
Because I'm, like, not going to change?
Because you're stagnant in the ways that you are right now.
I kind of think that, like, at least when it comes to, like, fashion and like decor. I guess that's what we're talking about when we talk about taste.
Yeah.
We're talking about fashion,
Yeah.
decor, material things.
Mhm.
I actually think that like
And like media consumption.
yeah, like media consumption is definitely something too.
She
Because
said
I'm like,
media consumption.
is that not the word?
Yeah, I think it
Consumption.
is. Consumption.
Like what? Why are you? What?
I don't know.
Because I get what you're saying.
wrong when
Like,
it came out.
like I would also associate like certain TV shows with millennials, and I'm like,
Yeah.
weird. I get what you're saying, and I do think that there's a certain point in which like I will become of an age in which young people are not going to think that what I'm talking about is interesting anymore. But I don't think that what I'm talking about is not interesting objectively. Because I think that taste carries with you. Like if I'm saying right now, like my taste is plateauing. Like I'm buying things, like I'm buying bedding and I'm buying curtains and I'm buying stuff for my home that is like no longer
Going to evolve.
so trend forward.
Yeah.
Like I feel like as a child and as like a teen and as an early 20s, I was like, oh, this is trendy, this is new, this is cool, I like this right now, I'm going to buy it. Whereas now I'm like, okay, I know what things I like and I'm going to buy them. And I think now that my frontal lobe is almost like done, the things that I like now are going to be things that will like for longer. It's not like, you know, when you're like 11, 12, 13 and like in March you have a Hello Kitty purple themed bedroom and in October you like need to have
Need the
all
whole
black
thing white.
furniture.
Oh, that too.
I don't think that pendulum is swinging in the way that it once did. Yeah, sure, when I was 8 years old, I was like, wow, nobody has chevron walls and nobody has pink and green.
No, literally, I was like, why doesn't your house look like the Victoria's Secret pink store? Like, fuck you.
Yeah, like, you have no taste. Sure. Yeah, and like now we're getting...
Why are you painting your living room brown?
And you're saying that because like now we have white walls and we have like fewer things and we like don't have like glitter and shit all the walls. I get what you're saying, but I still think I'm gonna have taste. Because I think taste is something you either have
Yeah,
or
I
you
think
don't.
I'm gonna have taste too.
You know? I think you can develop taste.
Right now, if somebody were to evaluate my current space, they would argue that I don't have taste, and I would agree with them.
I don't think we don't have taste. I think it has character. It's not bland.
No, it's not bland. It's,
Like, everything
it's
actually
just
has a
It's just
story.
not really refined.
You know what it is it's just not chic. I actually think that, like, almost everything we have in place is, like, it's almost something. And if we had $50,000, for example,
Yeah.
it would be correct.
It's not refined.
Yeah.
So.
But it's close, though.
It's close.
I think that there's a story being told with things that we
No,
have
definitely
here.
there's a story. It's not like, I think
everything is
it's
thoughtful.
us. I think it's us for sure.
It's thoughtful.
Yeah, it's us. It's who we are.
Yeah.
Because this is not trends whatsoever. Like,
No.
none of this was like, oh,
No.
there's fucking 5 copies of Little Women on, like, all the shelves.
Like, every single surface that you look at will have either Little Women or Harry Styles.
Yes, so
Like
and there's
some type of
literally
reference.
Calico Critters on that shelf. And
Everything's lore-oriented.
if I were to rearrange things, maybe that wouldn't be the case, but
I think it could be the case. It would
I think
just
so
be, like,
too.
slightly
Just be a more expensive
elevated.
shelf.
It would be a more expensive
Like from
shelf.
Anthropology or
It would
something.
be a nicer shelf that's, like, maybe
Or
not,
like
maybe it'd be a shelf that I didn't
Restoration
have
Hardware.
to screw together by hand.
Yeah.
With an instruction booklet.
Maybe I wouldn't have bought a $25 shelf from Urban Outfitters.
Maybe it wouldn't be from Amazon.com. And maybe it wouldn't be plastic.
Maybe it wouldn't be from Facebook Marketplace.
Maybe it wouldn't move like that.
Yeah. Maybe it wouldn't be from a random Etsy seller.
Oh, sorry to that Etsy seller. I didn't mean to do this. But like these would maybe be metal.
They would be wood.
Or that.
Real wood.
No.
Do you hear this? It's hollow.
It sounds
Although it doesn't like look the worst.
it sounds like the balance on my credit card.
And this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Exactly.
But the paint though.
But the paint gave rich.
I like this also.
I did too. This was a good
I enjoy this
good.
a lot. This is like really
And I'm
good.
also not saying that things have to be expensive for them
No.
to have taste.
They just need to be of quality.
I just think that like some things we have jumped the gun on because we wanted something there.
We were rushing.
and we didn't have the money to get the thing that we wanted,
we would have had, this apartment would have been empty.
Right. Exactly.
So we needed to start somewhere.
And we have swapped a lot of
in
stuff
order to
out.
figure something out.
So, all that to say, unfortunately, objectively,
this is the situation that we're dealing with.
Exactly. And I don't think that we lack taste. I think we lack funds.
Yes, and I think we lack, like, time to freaking think about it.
Yeah. Well, I think we lack funds.
Funds and, like, the physicalities of it.
Yeah.
Funds.
But mostly funds.
Most important.
But, like, mostly funds.
Yo, if anybody needs me to house sit, let me know.
Because if we had funds, I think we could think about things faster. But instead, I'm having to look at 8 different bookshelf options because I can't afford the actual bookshelf option that I want.
That's so true.
Like, I'm like, oh, I really want a new desk, and you know which desk
I know
want.
exactly which one
it's
I want.
It's the Juliet desk from CB2, and it's $900.
Why
and I can't buy that desk because I don't have $900. So I'm going to have to find something that's, like, still of quality and of taste that isn't the thing that I want, which is going to be a downgrade from the thing that I want.
Why is a section of the couch $2,000?
That's exactly it.
Why is a seat $2,000?
That's exactly it.
What?
And we're in a small, like, I guess it's spacious, but we're in a small apartment. Like, that coat rack literally wouldn't be there if we had a place to put the coats.
We just need one extra closet.
We need one more closet so bad.
And we need to build out a rooftop. Like, we need a spiral
staircase
in the corner over there. So
and then we're going to have crown molding. And then we're going to have, I think we should have a pulley system off the balcony so that we can get to the laundry room a little bit easier.
And also we need to slide outside of that window so it
goes into the neighbor pool. Yeah. And I think once we have that, and then we, like, take the entire kitchen and we gut it and we start over from top to
I don't
bottom.
think we should have a kitchen. We should just have chefs bring us the food.
Okay, yeah.
From their kitchen.
And I think if we had that, and then we also, like, got rid of the dining room table and replaced it with something that was, like, a little bit sturdier, and then also, like, had 8 seats instead of 4, and then if we, like, took the ceiling fan out and then we put, like, a chandelier there, and then if we, like, maybe removed this wall, and then we, like, also removed that wall and asked the person next door to move out so that we could take over their apartment too.
Well, yeah.
That would be better.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, we could pay the person pay the person in the apartment next to us to move to, like, a different place, like maybe across the street or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that they don't have to go too far away.
Yeah.
But they have to pay for the movers themselves, and they have to move other
right.
stuff themselves.
And
we'll
then,
pay them maybe $50 to move out, and
yeah.
I think that's enough. I think
also if we maybe just, like, ask nicely, we could probably ask for central air and heat to be put through the entire building. So that
we'll charge everyone because we did that.
Because we were the one who made the decision.
So it's like a subscription. So, like, everyone has to pay $100.
And then I think
plus
like,
per
what
month
we do
with
is
the
like
additional
we get rid
electricity
of all
that they
the wall
use.
units of the air conditionings, and then we put in, like, stained glass windows where those holes are, because it would add, like, a different flavor into, like, all of our apartments, and it would have, like, a cool story.
Well, I just want to put
it.
I just want there to be emphasis that people, and it needs to be clear to people that they have to pay the subscription, monthly subscription for the air conditioning and access to the rooftop. Like, I'm sorry, but we facilitated it.
I know, because, like, I cut the hole in the ceiling to put the hatch there, and, like, if the hatch wasn't there, then, like, nobody would have rooftop
And I know
access.
the property manager coordinated the whole thing and, like, did the whole thing, but, like, it was our idea, so,
it's
like the money has
would there be a spiral staircase here if we didn't say that there should be a spiral staircase?
The 100% of the revenue
I agree.
goes completely into our direct
and also
deposit.
because the access to the roof is in our apartment, like, we should only have it be available from certain hours in which it's convenient to us. And, like, if
they can only use it on Monday nights.
Yeah, from 7 to 7:30 p.m.
And you have to reserve it in advance. So you can't just show up.
And you also have to have a good vibe.
There's no walk-ins.
Like, if you show up and I don't like your vibe, like, I'm
if
sorry.
If you're not
but
wearing
you can't
socks,
access
I'm
the
not going to
roof
let you
today.
in. Like, I'm really sorry. You have to wear
there's
socks.
like, because you know what? Everything costs money.
No dogs.
So true. Exactly.
No animals are allowed up there. And also, I'm sorry, you can't bring a plus one.
Exactly.
You also can't throw parties. The only thing you can do is read a book. From 7 to 7:30 on Monday nights, you have to pay $100
and only
a month.
A book that I will allow you to read, actually. Because you need to have taste.
And you're not allowed to talk.
To be up there.
Because it's quiet hours.
But on Fridays and Saturdays...
Also, don't look at me when you're coming through the apartment.
But on Fridays and Saturdays, we're throwing parties. Because we're busy and we're so, like, full of life and fun. You have to... The people in the building have to pay a fee to get into the parties. So...
Right.
I'm making sure that there's emphasis that we have to collect...
I just believe in
money.
rules. Yeah.
Well, no, I believe in collecting people's funds for work that I did.
I believe in taxes.
Even though I
believe
somebody
in the
else
tithe. Yeah. Yeah. Anywho.
So I just want to make sure that we're getting paid.
At the end of the day, what matters is that we're getting paid. And, you know, it feels like that's not happening right now.
So, anyways, once the rooftop's set, we'll be good to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Like.
And that'll be good. What else you got going on?
Literally that song, Girl, So Confusing, with the remix.
Yeah.
Is about us.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of feel like listening to that song in the context of all that came before us made me more empathetic towards you. Like, I kind of feel like listening to it, I was like, wait.
I'm just a girl from
We're fine.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, and I ride for you, you know?
I'm just a girl.
Like, I just feel like...
And it's confusing.
It is confusing. But I know I sound like I'm joking, but I'm not even joking. I actually feel like...
Sparklers.
Okay.
I think.
Giving fireworks. One day we won't live in a neighborhood where we have to ask that question.
I'm pretty sure that was like something sparkling.
It was, for sure. But like, wow.
Yeah.
I've really spent my entire life living in a neighborhood where I have to ask,
fear.
you know?
Yeah.
Thank
Thank goodness we're going out of town tomorrow.
You're so rude. Hello? Can it be quiet here? Anyways. I actually feel like Girl So Confusing is genuinely, like, it was kind of profound.
It was.
Because it really did talk about the complications of, like, female friendships and how they can be so layered and, like, you can love someone and, like, still be fighting with them. Because I think that, like, I don't think that, like, men understand female relationships in that way. They're like, girls are so dramatic and blah, blah, blah. It's so nuanced.
We care.
It's so nuanced. There's so much more to it than just, like, the girls are fighting. Like, there's stuff happening here. There's stuff happening here. There's stuff, like, in your core. You know? There's stuff happening in your heart and your soul.
You pointed, like, at your badge.
There's stuff happening there, too. But there's stuff happening, like, within. There's stuff happening in your head. There's, like, a lot.
You, like, pointed at your boobs, too. Like, that was really interesting.
I just meant my being.
You pointed at your badge and then your boobs.
I meant,
and
like,
then
my
your
being.
head.
I didn't mean to be, like...
Did you mean, like, your uterine?
I mean,
your
there
heart?
is stuff happening there, but if I was talking about the stuff that was happening there, I'd probably relate it a little bit more to a different song. Perhaps Guess? Yeah. But for Girl So Confusing, I would say it's happening in your head, it's happening in your core, where your resentment...
You did it again.
In your core. Where your resentment goes. Where your resentment sits.
Okay, so not... Okay, got it. Sorry.
Sometimes there. I mean, I guess if you're, like... Maybe you're questioning whether you're, like, in love with your friend or not. I don't know. Fuck if I know.
You, like... Whoa.
Like, maybe you're having thoughts here, and there. But, like... But point is the thoughts are happening. Things are happening everywhere.
Why would you think with this?
You know who thinks with that? A lot of people. A lot of people think
not
that.
us.
Clearly. That's why I'm sitting in this damn chair. But yeah. I just feel like I listened to it and I was like, wow. If you really think about anybody that you've ever had any problem with, you could really listen to that song and be like,
I just think that you're Lorde and I'm Charli.
Well, 1,000%.
And that was it.
It was that easy.
Like,
and you like Lorde, which means you like me. Right? Okay, so, like, did listening to Lorde's verse make you... Make you think about me?
Not really.
So, what is
Well,
it?
I just think you pose similarities to her in the verse. Like, her perspective is more like yours, and Charli's perspective is more like mine.
Oh. So, did you think we were fighting before you heard my verse?
Your verse? Oh, wait. Oh.
Well, like my Lord's verse.
Oh. I mean...
You were thinking I was girl so confusing?
We're not fighting. We were never fighting.
You think I'm the confusing one? Like, would you have started that conversation? Like, I'm the girl who's so confusing? And I'm not confusing anymore because Lord said
I
what
think
she
that...
said?
You see, I didn't ask any questions.
Because
so
if you're saying you're Charlie, then you would have said, yeah, I don't know if you like me. Sometimes I think you might hate me. Sometimes I think I might hate you. Maybe you just want to be me. You always say, let's go out, so we go eat at a restaurant. Sometimes it feels a bit awkward because we don't have much in common. Do you feel that way about me?
No. No, we're not that out of tune.
Okay.
They're out of tune. But I think, like, that's just who we are. You're Lord and I'm Charlie. I think those...
But then at the last minute, I was so lost in my head, I was getting your pictures because for the last
Erin,
about
those are, like, the extreme versions. Like, I don't think... I mean, I'm clearly not, like, anything like Charlie XCX on a reality spectrum.
So,
and you're not
my voice
anything
is
like
in your head.
Is it? Not really. Because you never, like... I don't think we've had issues to the extreme like that. Like, they... Were they ever best friends?
Oh, yeah, I guess not. No, you're right.
They were always, like, acquaintances.
You're right. They're just... They never
They just
really
never vibe.
We get
each
each
other.
other.
To.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They don't get each other.
But I think
they didn't get each other until now.
Yeah, no, yeah. So...
We do get each other.
I mean, girl, it is confusing. Like, girl, confusing.
Because girl, so confusing
girls
sometimes.
Can be confusing. But...
Sometimes to be a girl.
How
do you feel being a girl?
I don't know, literal, like, line by line thing, like, I don't think I fully agree with
Got it. I kind of relate to a lot of this, perhaps.
Oh, Lord. We'll have to pull up this question.
I would say that if I'm looking at this, I would relate to, I was so lost in my head, because for the last couple years, I've been at war with my body, you know, that part. I was trapped in the hatred and your life seemed so awesome. I feel that way about you sometimes. I'm like, your life does seem really awesome. Like, you seem like you're awesome. You know? Sometimes I feel like that. Girl, you walk like a bitch. When I was 10, someone said that. Nobody's ever said I walk like a bitch, but, like, you could put any quote in there and someone said it when I was 10, and it's just self-defense until you're building a weapon. For sure, because I'm definitely holding grudges. I never forgot that the icon inside you was still a young girl from Phoenix. But
I mean, Charlie's perspective is a bit extreme because
I was doing a deep dive on Girl So Confusing.
I don't feel similarly, and when she's like, yeah, I don't know if you like me, sometimes I think you might hate me. I know you like me.
Oh.
But also wait, low-key, like, you might hate me in some... Actually, JK, I think that might be true. Sometimes I think I might hate you.
I was going to say I relate to that line.
Yeah. Yeah.
As in, sometimes I think you might hate me.
But also the other way around.
Oh, you think I hate you?
Well, I mean...
Rest assured.
There's so many reasons
I
to.
do.
There's so many reasons to. And then maybe you just want to be me.
Yeah.
You always say, let's go out.
I don't.
You don't. So we eat at a restaurant. We do.
We do.
Sometimes it feels a bit awkward. It doesn't.
We don't.
Because we don't have much in common.
We do.
We don't. But we do.
But we do.
We do on a like...
interest level.
Superficial level. On a superficial level, yes. On a, like, emotional level, we don't have much in common.
Sure.
People say we're like, true.
True.
They say we got the hair, same hair, true. We talk about making music, true. But I don't know if it's honest, true. Can't tell if you want to see me falling over and failing, not true.
No.
And you can't tell what you're feeling, and you can't tell what you're feeling, true. I think I know how you feel, true.
True.
Okay, chorus, true.
Girls
okay, Lord. Well, you already analyzed this, right?
Kind of. Piece by piece. Not really piece by piece, but kind of some of the pieces.
You told me how you've been feeling. Let's work on the remix.
True.
Done. Check.
Done. We did the remix.
You always say let's go out, then I cancel last minute. You never cancel last minute.
No.
I was so lost in my head and scared to be in your pictures, maybe a little. Because for the last couple years, I've been at war with my body. I
Let's take couple
Starve
and multiply it by
myself
10.
Then I gained all the weight back. I was trapped in the hatred. And your life seemed so awesome. I never thought for a second my voice was in your head, girl. You walk like a bitch. Okay, you already know something.
Yeah, it's hard.
It was like we got the same head. It's you and me on the coin. The industry loves to spend.
T. We're both victims in the complex that is.
That's so true. In the systems.
Mm-hmm.
And when we put this to bed, the internet will go crazy. Well, I mean...
The internet would go crazy if we could just get it together.
Just like, shut up.
Like, God, like, oh my God. Like,
because I ride for you, Charlie. So true.
So true.
Yeah, you know what? And that was pretty profound.
That was, I think it changed things for me personally.
Yeah.
What a
that was
beautiful thing.
such, like, that song is full of
I'm not
storytelling.
gonna lie, I kind of, I did tear up. When she said, because I really did. Because I was like, whew. When she said, forgot that the icon inside you is just a young girl from Essex. I was like she is. And then she said, because I'd ride for you, Charlie. I was like,
yeah.
Stop. Like, you guys had public beef and now you're like, fine. Now you guys are made up. Like,
I know, and the
so
industry
pretty.
did that to them. The
No,
industry did
because
that.
they love to
The
pit
industry
women
put them
against
against each other.
Why? Because they have the same hair?
Literally, because they have the same hair.
And that's it?
They kind of make alternative music. And alternative pop.
They're individuals in their own right.
Like, guys why are we
be
comparing them?
serious. Be serious for a second.
Okay, we should get into our things.
Okay.
Because I rap for you, Charlie.
Said rap for you, Charlie. I would say some things that I've been really, in the past week? Oh, let me see when a week ago started. The 25th. Okay. I have been really enjoying Brat by Charli XCX. I have been specifically loving Spring Breakers. I have been specifically loving Sympathy is a Knife. I've been specifically loving Guess.
Specifically, objectively.
Specifically.
I love when somebody says specifically instead of specifically.
Do you actually like that? Or does
No.
it bother you?
It doesn't bother me. I just find it funny.
I get bothered by things that are
find
said
it
wrong.
funny.
I think it's the Hermione in me gets really bothered by when people say
Specifically.
things wrong. I'm gonna let you keep saying some
Specifically.
things wrong though, because I'm gonna let you have your piece.
But also, I'm never saying things wrong, and if I am saying them wrong, I'm saying them wrong on purpose. You just can't get the joke. That's where we differ.
No, there are some things that you're saying wrong. Espresso
On-
is one that kind of bothers me.
I would never say that.
You don't say that. That's not you.
What have I said that's wrong?
You add. You want to know?
Mhm.
No, maybe I should keep my mouth shut.
No, I want to know. Girl, say
Okay,
it.
so you already know this one. You made up a word with band. Bandwidth.
Oh. With band. Bandwidth.
Bandwidth.
That was a long time ago.
Okay. You add illy to words that just have ly at the end.
Like what?
Regularly. Similarly.
Regularly? Do I say that?
Regularly. Similarly.
Similarly is a word.
It does not.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna let you have your piece.
But also,
Enjoy your piece.
wait. Isn't that not how it's pronounced? Similarly?
No, similarly.
Similarly.
Yes.
I'm just emphasizing the RLY. Similarly.
Whatever you say. It doesn't actually bother me that much. Look!
Similarly.
Similarly.
She tried to correct herself.
Similarly.
Similarly.
I'm not
More
saying it
syllables.
very different. I'm not saying it very different.
Regularly.
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 But it's...
Regularly.
Yeah. But
Similarly.
But you do that with pretty much every word that has just...
Literally.
If all the words that have consonant, ly, you put an extra I in there.
Basically.
Sure. Unfortunately, objectively. What is
Unfortunately, objectively.
like you're doing pig Latin with your words.
Regularly.
Personality.
Personality, I disagree.
I think it's just when it's
What else? Is there anything else?
regular. It's like any word that ends with RLY, you put an I in between the R and the L.
Is there anything else?
No, I think that's
Can I go have fun?
You can. That's why I said I'm gonna let me protect your peace, but then you begged me to know.
Well, what else?
I gotta start writing these down. I actually might have a note already started. Let's see.
Well, let me know.
Let me see.
Well, let me know. Well, then let me know.
Maybe I don't have a note. I think I thought about starting a note, and then maybe I didn't.
Can you?
I'm going. Like now, I'm going to, because now I'm excited.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if like I have anything in my head that
you do wrong.
say wrong things.
Let me look up words.
I think I should take a speech impediment class.
Words that end with RLY.
Habitually.
You say
Literally.
no. That's correct. I don't need all. Like I need the short ones.
Regularly, similarly.
It's 3-syllable words
Regularly, similarly.
that end with RLY. I feel like that's where you're getting tripped up.
Because
Because there's definitely like a formula.
Similar, regular,
Similar, regular,
singularly,
singular, perpendicular. How would you say?
perpendicularly. Never said that word in my life.
Okay. Okay, then maybe it's just those ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start a note so I can keep track for you.
Just don't know how often I'm even saying regularly or similarly.
A lot.
It feels so natural to say illy.
I know. That's why
Similarly.
you do.
Similarly.
Right.
Similarly.
There's more. I know there's more than just those three. Because I definitely have next time it pops up, I'll just flag it to you.
Okay.
What were we talking about? How did we even end up here?
Things.
But how did we end up here?
I don't know.
Things. Charli XCX. I've been liking that. I've been listening to Gracie's new album. I would say that my favorite song on Gracie's album is Close to You. I think is amazing. But I would say Gave You I. I Love You, I'm Sorry. Normal Thing. Free Now. You know, I like a lot of them. We saw Ethel Cain. That was really fun. I can't wait for songs to release from that next project.
So much.
That was great. Other things that I've been liking. You know, I had a really great creme brulee at Laurel Hardware last week, but they put sliced grapes on it, which I thought was a violation. Why are you slicing grapes? Don't do that. They were like
Why would
sliced.
you do that?
Can I show you a picture? Because
why
you'll be
would you do
disturbed.
that?
I was horrified. It almost triggered my trypophobia. Whatever that is.
Yo, why would you
Look
do
at
that?
this. You can't tell me this isn't fucked up. On a creme brulee.
I don't like that at all.
Why is the grapes? Why?
We shouldn't be putting grapes on.
I liked last time I went. They did passion fruit on it, and it was great. And the grapes were fine. It tasted like nothing. It's just like I don't think you should be slicing grapes like that.
No.
I was disturbed. But the creme brulee was lovely. What else have I been loving? Kind of just that. Oh,
I've been loving sunscreen. I've been loving
the vacation sunscreen.
The vacation sunscreen. It smells so good. I've been loving Air One. I think I have a confession. I might get a membership.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. I might get a membership.
No, like we're literally falling victim to like this whole situation.
Like falling apart.
Like, next week you're about to see me with baby Botox and a lip flip.
Like, I'm about to be in Soho House, and I'm about to be, like, unable to speak because there's so much filler.
I'm about to be like, last night I was in WeHo, and
That was British.
I was in WeHo, and I literally saw my ex-boyfriend. This is literally how everyone in community
That is so
sucks,
true.
honestly.
That's so true.
Let me not lose myself.
And I've already been lost. Oh, I've been loving face masks, like a cold face mask, sheet mask from the fridge.
Oh, have you been doing that?
I did one last week, but I need
Oh.
to continue. I think I actually used the last one. But that's my
I
summer.
have more. I
That's
have a
my
whole bin in
summer
there.
thing. It's so right. That's my summer
Did you see
thing.
the thing in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The tissue box.
Yeah.
That's my summer thing.
I like
is
it.
getting like if it's like a little bit warm in my apartment, I'll put a sheet mask on like a cold
That's nice.
refrigerator sheet mask.
Oh, you know what we've been liking this week? Hobbianas.
Javiana's. Shout out to Javiana. Shout out to Frankie's Bikinis. I wore it to the crick.
I wore my Frankie's to the crick too.
Mm-hmm.
I love to the crick.
I love Frankie's Bikinis right now so much, and I've been loving puppies, kittens, bunnies, goats, horses, lizards. Actually, I'll add a
The
reptile
Bear.
on the list.
The Bear season 3 I really enjoyed. I'm watching House of the Dragon in real time. Kind of that's it. It's been kind of
The
like...
Bear, and the best song off the Gracie album to me is "I Love You, I'm Sorry," and then but obviously "Close to You" is a really awesome banger. And I'm gonna have to give a special shout out to the bridge of "Free Now." I think it
Yeah,
is.
Free Now is good. I really like that.
And
That's
also
strong.
the songwriting on "Blowing Smoke."
Oh, sorry. No, it's real. I liked how it was like so
Profound.
Yeah. It was like it was like your darkest thoughts.
It was like
your mean thoughts.
It was full.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked that. I would also like to give a special shout out to the Callum Turner Dua Lipa hard launch today on Instagram.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Obsessed with
That's
them.
awesome.
Glastonbury looked awesome. Wish I was there.
And
Hope you all had fun.
Hope y'all have fun. Yeah, the Tovlo EP that she just dropped. Bring her to the Sweat Tour.
Let's get her up.
Oh my god, that's actually a genius idea. Get Tovlo to do a feature, like a special, like a little song at one of the Sweat Tour.
I like it.
I don't know if they're doing it in London. Is she British? Maybe have her come to the London one.
Why is she giving Canadian?
I actually think she's like Swedish.
What? I thought she was from North America.
I actually have no clue.
Oh, she's Swedish. Wow.
See, the Swedish people know how to make good music.
They do. Maybe it's because they have basic human rights. And on that low note,
It's more complicated than that.
is it though?
Yeah.
Don't you think everybody could make art better if they just like had resources?
Yes. I wish.
We're actually all artists in our own right.
Yeah, we're all creating art every day, even if we're not.
Would you say millennials derogatory are creating art? No, they're not. Final answer.
Maybe in the kitchen.
Okay. They're putting that NutriBullet to work.
Maybe a smoothie bowl.
They got that Costco mega
And
bag.
that air fryer.
Dried fruit.
That young
or
air fryer.
frozen fruit. Young air fryer.
That young air fryer that they got a couple years ago.
For sure. They're definitely panko crusting something and putting it in the air
and
fryer right now.
I think they're like getting creative with their selection of mugs. Possibly.
I love my Labrador Retriever.
And I think
I'm sorry. It's difficult not to make fun of because it's just such like a straight. It's like such a clear category.
they're getting creative in their routine.
Yeah. Also, if you're getting offended, congratulations, you just ratted yourself out.
Like, you don't have to succumb to this narrative if you don't want to be a part of it.
And if you're feeling offended, it's because you're literally one of them. And that's unfortunate.
Bad as I wanna be.
Alright.
It's
It's hot in here. I
as
gotta
I
open
wanna
that door.
be.
Can we open that door? Goodbye.
No, let's turn the air on.
Bye. Are we saying bye yet?
Bye.
Bye.
Let's just turn the air on.
Let me know if you disagree with anything in the comments. I want to fight with somebody, and I don't have anybody in my life right now that I can fight with because I have cut off everybody that I would fight with.
Fight off. What is this, a video game?
That I would fence.